Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Podcast time.
It's Magical Theory
Podcast
podcast
time.
time.
Beep, boop, boo.
What's going on in the last Sunday of February?
Well, obviously a lot internationally.
Yes. Yes.
We've been reading and keeping up with stuff.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
This whole week was intense.
It was.
Mhm.
We also watched a nice movie last night,
Oh,
which was
okay.
fun.
Yes. If you have Disney Plus, it's now
Is it
available.
on Disney?
Yeah. Well, it came out before, but I think it's now out on Disney Plus. I don't remember. Free Guy with Ryan Reynolds and a bunch of people.
Yeah.
So it's a Free City it's a video game world, and he is an NPC named Guy. So
It was great. I really enjoyed it.
yeah, I had seen that movie before.
You did?
I watched it. There was a watch party with Indie Game Collective, and I saw it, and I was like, "Oh no, Jeff needs to see
Oh.
this." And so when
It
it
was
came
good.
out, I was like, "Okay, let's watch it." So I watched it again, and it was good. I do agree with you that it did have elf vibes. I didn't really pick I couldn't.
Elf and Matrix.
I knew that it had like that. I don't typically watch many like
Goofies.
ridiculous movies. Like
Yeah.
I don't like comedies that are out of the realm of possibility.
Yeah.
For the most part, like I just get over it really quickly. But movies like Elf and I would say Free Guy
It
have a
helps
different.
you when they
they're very
start
specific.
from a fantasy or sci-fi perspective.
Mhm.
So it's not like Step Brothers or
Hot Tub Time Machine. Actually,
yes,
I've never
or the
seen
racing
it. But
one
Talladega Nights.
with where
mean,
it's
there
like
are
this is just a
moments-
regular world and these are just lunatic people.
Yeah.
Instead, like Elf is a fantasy and
Yeah.
this is a sci-fi.
No, but
So
it was
gives that reason.
it was a good
for it.
movie, and
It was great. It was super funny.
also I think the specific context of the movie being set in a video game was hilarious.
alley.
Yeah, it was definitely it was a good one.
There's great references. It was it was enjoyable.
Yeah.
I really liked it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was good.
I was laughing out loud. LOLing.
LOL. I started Stardew Valley.
Yes,
For the
you
first
did.
time yesterday.
Yes, you did.
This is my problem. So, like, this is the overscheduled Proflanet where I said this yesterday. I feel like I need to schedule gaming time, like in my literal schedule, so I can be like, no, you don't need to do XYZ. Like, sit down and play this game because you like it. I don't know. I'm at that
Not on
point in my
stream?
life. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
right.
I do play games occasionally off stream, but it's very inconsistent. And so then they just sit in my library forever.
It's different than I function because I
Yeah.
actually use games as my filler. So I don't schedule it. It's like if I can play a game, I go play a game.
Yeah, it's been like over the last couple of years, I feel like, I mean,
You're playing less?
well, being a content creator isn't helpful because I have it in my brain of like, oh, you could be doing something else.
Right.
Like, why are you sitting here? Because I even get this way with, like, I don't watch YouTube that much anymore.
No,
it
you do not.
gives me anxiety because I feel like I need to be doing something else. I don't
Mhm.
know. I'll get it checked out. I'll work through it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Also,
But you want to play Stardew Valley again? is
yes,
what you're
I
saying.
do want to play Stardew Valley. I want to continue on because
You
I
like
want to
those
know what
types of
happens.
games, but they take a lot of time.
They do take a lot of
A
time.
lot of time.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
you have, potentially 7+ months until Hogwarts Legacy.
nobody
that will
knows when
occupy
Hogwarts
all of our
Legacy is
time.
coming out. Oh yeah, I was waiting on. Maybe this coming week we'll see the new trailer for Fantastic Beasts: Secrets of Dumbledore.
Yeah.
Which we're gonna have to go to a movie theater soon, or like when that comes out.
Yeah.
Not soon, like I guess relatively soon. Yeah.
It could be great.
It'll be fun. I was like, oh, should we like vlog our first movie theater experience? And we haven't
I love
been
going
to a
the movie theater.
Yes, the movie theater is fun, but we haven't been to an actual theater in
No, we have
years.
not. I know.
You know?
I don't even know what the last thing we saw would have been.
I'm ready to pay for some overpriced popcorn and soda.
Maybe Endgame.
No, I feel like was it? No, we saw Endgame. I don't even know. Maybe it was. It might have been. I have no idea.
I don't either. Yeah.
I remember going to see
Here, right?
in Tucson though. We saw Fantastic Beast. Was it
Yeah,
the
yeah,
first one?
because that was the I Want
Yeah, I
Wizards
wore my
Unite
I
shirt.
Want Wizards Unite shirt.
Yeah. We also saw Infinity War there, though, in the grass.
On the U of A campus.
Also, we saw the Lego movie in Michigan
On the lawn of the
Capitol
Capitol.
lawn. That was fun.
The Lego movie is great. Highly recommend.
Hmm.
It's amazing.
It's a great movie.
Yeah.
That's a really great movie. Free Guy was good, maybe
Uh-huh.
really good.
Yeah.
Lego movie is a great movie.
I haven't seen any of the other ones that came after it, just that one.
Yep. No,
So.
we saw the second one.
We did? Oh, well, it was not that memorable for me. I don't remember. I don't remember what
Did we
happened.
see the second one?
I don't know.
I think we did.
Who knows?
Okay.
Well, on that note, I'm done with chit chat. Wand's ready.
One's ready.
Wand's ready.
One's ready. Set down the wand.
What are we talking about?
Turn
today,
to
Jeff?
page 363, the House Elf Liberation Front. Today's lesson is called Barmy Old Codger.
Mm.
The chapter begins with Harry reunited with Ronald Bilius Weasley and basking in the glory of completing the first task. In the common room, the Gryffindors celebrate Harry's performance. Hermione manages to get directions to the Hogwarts Kitchens from Fred and George,
Mm-hmm.
who also advertise Canary Creams after Neville molts. And Harry opens the egg, which screeches and screams in front of everyone. The next day, Harry writes a long letter to Sirius and sends it on Pigwidgeon. Rita Skeeter stops by Hagrid's Care of Magical Creatures class and schedules an interview, and Hermione leads Ron and Harry down to the Hogwarts kitchen with a surprise. Harry's house elf friend, Dobby, is newly working in the kitchens along with Winky, the former house elf of Barty Crouch. Dobby is getting paid and wearing clothes and asked to come see Harry sometime.
Mm-hmm.
Winky is miserable and weeps over her dismissal and claims that Mr. Ludo Bagman is a bad man.
Ooh, drama.
Also, missed opportunity.
Hmm.
House Elf Liberation Project help.
Oh. See, they were, I mean, it was just kind of a mention.
It was an off
that,
the cuff.
Yeah.
Mhm,
They
by
didn't have
Ronald.
time to think about it and refine and get it marketable.
Yeah.
But it's better than spew.
It is better than spew. Yes. Most things are. As
Oh my
acronyms.
gosh. Well,
Where do you wanna start?
Winky is
Winko?
not in the movies.
No. Neither
Little
is Bagman.
Winky. Well, but Winky. I'm just like, I
No.
don't care about the dude.
Yeah, but they're connected
Yeah,
here.
yes. But I felt so bad. She's just sobbing because she doesn't know what to do, and Hermione's just trying to help, and Dobby is being Dobby. Dobby is just like,
Dobby's
oh
Dobbying.
man.
Dobby be Dobby.
Well, when we first met Dobby, he was very well, and also like in the portrayal in the movie, he is very just kind of like, I'm
Straightforward.
Dobby, and but he also is very like he just doesn't. I don't know how to say this. Like he doesn't have like the confidence that I feel like in this chapter where he's just like, yeah, and I'm getting paid, and I'm gonna buy this, and this is like what I'm gonna do. I don't know. Probably because he
He's
belongs
free.
to the
For
Malfoys.
2 years, he
Yeah.
searched for jobs and he couldn't find any.
Well, I wrote that as a quote, and I was just like, oh.
And then he's like, I'll get a job with Winky. Where can 2 house elves get jobs? Bingo bango, Hogwarts.
Yes.
Dumbledore want to give him 10
Dumbledore.
gallons a week and weekends off.
Mm-hmm.
Dobby settles for 1 galleon a month and 1 day off or something like that.
See, this is why they need the union, is because Dobby over here is like reducing his pay.
It's not Dobby. It's the rest of them.
Well, no, but Dobby was the one who like negotiated down. You're supposed to like get your fair share. I guess to Dobby he thinks that's fair. I don't know.
Too much free time. Doesn't know
Too
what to
much
do with
free
it.
time. Well, I don't know. You can learn hobbies.
Yeah, how do you feel about Winky? She's very sad.
Winky is very sad, and I feel so bad for her because to me, it's like she has ingrained in her mind. This is like part of her, like, I guess, um, morality structure of who she is or who she should be. Because
Identity
she
loss.
even calls Dobby. She's like, "You're a bad elf." Like,
Yeah.
like there is a clear sort of like expression of like her morals or what she
And all the
thinks is
house
good
elves
and
like turn
bad.
away from Dobby when he says that he wanted to get paid.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
So I can see why she is acting hysterical. I mean, at the very least though, she's here and she's with Dobby. Though wait, she's not getting paid because she
She refused.
she refused to be paid,
Yeah.
which okay. But that's not gonna it's not gonna like you're already free. Like there's no going back. Like that there's this like there seems to be this sort of so the shame or that seems to be coming out because she starts listing this legacy of like, oh, and then my mom was a house elf and then my grandma was a house elf and so she it's like this
It's identity.
enormous weight on her to be like, well now what? What are you going to do? There's no
Yeah.
model for her. There's no example of what it means to be a free house elf or a free elf to just live
She's definitely
except
having
for
an
Dobby, and she
existential
doesn't want to be
crisis.
like
Does
Dobby.
not want to be like Dobby.
Dobby is a
It
little
gets
too much for
worse
her.
if you remember.
I did not remember this because again, Winky is not in the movie.
Right.
So when I looked up more on her character, then I got really sad.
It gets worse for Winky.
And I was like, oh no.
It gets much
Oh
worse. Yes.
no. Another quote I wrote down was it Fred? It might have been Fred. I didn't write it down.
Forge.
There's a
Fred George.
there's a reveal of like how they get into the kitchens. Basically, Hermione
coaxes it out.
Yeah, she's just like trying to act cool.
So,
She's like, "How do you?"
Can you not picture
I
that?
can. I can.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah.
So how do you get in there?
How do you get down there?
And then he's like, "Wait, why?" And then it's like, "Don't go upsetting them and telling them they've got to take clothes and salaries. Don't upset them with that." I don't know.
There's a real irony to this.
Yeah.
Because when it comes time to reveal Fred and George's plot line in this story, it is all about money.
Yeah.
So there's a real irony.
Well, I can't help but read this right now. I mean, just as an adult.
Yes.
And not think
you
about.
You are an adult. Sadly.
Yes, I am an adult. Kinda. Oh my gosh, there's this like somewhat meme tweet going around where I saw it. It came upon my timeline because Harry Potter stuff often pops up on Twitter for me. And it was somebody being like, it was like, I don't remember how it was doing. It was like millennial or something like that. It was just like, I'm a Ravenclaw. And then it was like me, no ma'am, you're a 33-year-old woman or something like that. And I was like, excuse you.
Game tomorrow.
Excuse you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now as an adult, I can't help but like, of course, look at this from the perspective of like labor and compensation and all of that. And so of course
that happened like, years ago for
it happened years ago, I guess, when I was less of an adult. but yeah, it's just how it's like how it plays out in like the narratives and discourses of the wizarding world and how things play out in our world of like, you know, sentiments about just fair compensation and what people are worth in terms of their time and money and all of that, just everything.
Well, all of it. Let me add that I think the best adults are the ones who have an adult child dial and can control it.
Oh,
so they can be like, I think it's time to be an adult. It's time to enjoy myself and just go crazy.
I might be making this up, but I think that there is a psychological theory that involves somewhat what you're saying.
Control over your choice.
I guess.
Choices?
I don't know.
It's called self-control and awareness.
Oh my goodness.
Flintstones. Yeah. But yes, we all have We all have things that we shouldn't
Well,
let go of.
We talk about this all the
You can
time.
actually start to enjoy them more. And
If we're going to see, if we see children in the sense of like they're just tiny humans, which adults are also humans, and we also see adults as
yeah.
big kids,
Yes.
then like all these things that we say are for kids or for adults kind of get a little, I mean, there
Blurry.
are, yeah, it's, or like not that important.
Baby
Like,
shark,
why do you need to point it out?
do-do-do-do-do.
It's fine.
Yes, I agree.
You know?
I
It's
agree.
fine.
You're preaching to the choir,
Yeah.
sister.
It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
So now I'm like, pay kids for their labor.
Yes. Yes.
And also let adults play games and be goofy.
Yes.
Anyway, yeah. I also don't know what 10 galleons a week means in the wizarding
How much
world.
is gold worth in this
Yeah,
world?
how much is gold worth? I don't
Then,
even, do they
the
even
bills.
do they even say how much a butterbeer is? Because that would be a good
Yeah, it's in knots,
framing.
I think. I don't think it's even
Okay.
up to the level of the
So
sickle.
then 10 gold
Maybe
is pretty.
one sickle or something.
I don't
10
know.
galleon a week
Or
is
10,
it,
yeah,
it
10
seems
galleon.
pretty good as
Yeah.
far as I would be aware. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know for sure though. How much is a mortgage? All right. Do they have mortgages? Probably not. God.
They just build their houses with magic.
Yeah.
I
Just
don't
pop
know.
it up. Boop. It's mine now.
Now we're getting into more of the financial like systems of the wizarding world, and I'm not prepared for that.
Yeah, what's their amortization schedule like?
Oh no. Oh, we skipped over completely the beginning of
Yeah,
this.
we're going in reverse order here.
Yeah.
So what about the letter to Sirius?
Okay.
I can always visualize. I love this scene of
Ron is just like
tying the thing to Pig and
Mhm.
then takes off and just drops,
Yeah.
plummets
Yeah.
because it's too heavy, and then like finally gets
Well,
momentum
little
going.
Pig is so cute because he's just like, I'm a little
Me.
bird.
It's
It's my
Winnie.
turn. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's my time.
Oh,
Let me help. And then,
oh.
yeah, no, I can, there's a lot of visual things that, for the imagination here that's fun.
Yeah, the Hermione and then yes, 100%. Also, the egg gets opened.
Yes.
Oh,
We've
before
skipped
we
Hagrid.
yes, Hagrid. You're right. We're all over the place. Before we
What is
leave
time?
the letter, I love that it's heavy because Harry couldn't help himself, and it's very endearing. I love that where it's
Yeah.
just that extra thing of like Harry is writing the letter to say he survived, but then he just can't resist giving Sirius a play-by-play of
Mhm.
every move he made against the dragon, because that's what he would do. That's what I would do.
So
I wouldn't just be like, "Oh, hey, I got by my dragon."
Yeah.
I'd be like, "Ah."
Yes. Okay, so you know how they have moving pictures?
Yeah.
Like they take a photo and
Right.
it's a moving picture.
Yeah, we have that now too.
Do you think that there could be yeah. Do you think that there could be artists that draw and have it be animated? Cuz I'm just like,
Oh,
look,
yes.
Harry, you're probably fine with words. However, why don't you just embed a little
Ooh,
video
now here's an idea.
in your letter?
Like an embedded pensive thing where it's like, let me put this.
Uh-huh.
You
Yeah.
got to make the pensive like paper.
Oh
And
my
you
gosh.
fire it in there, and you we got
Oh,
a
no.
trillion galleon idea here.
Like, okay, it's cute, but also what others, because now this was in 1990 whatever 4 in the wizarding world.
Yeah, he just DM'd Sirius.
What do you think happens 25
Sirius, we good. Here's a
years later?
video.
Do you think they're still writing letters, or do you think that they have these like inserted GIF images?
Okay, I love this idea. We were recently talking about like being at cool events, but like recording it on your personal phone, even though like,
Oh,
it's
we had a
So-
whole conversation about the metaverse.
it drives me nuts. Yes. So what I would love the idea of like, say Harry's combating his dragon, and the rest of the wizarding world, the students all have their like wands pointed at him like a camera, so they're all recording it, and then they like it.
Yeah, we already know there's no privacy in the wizarding world with the trace and probably whatever else that I'm not
The
convinced that the trace
trace.
goes
Oh
away.
my God. No.
Just constantly surveilling every single person. Whoever invented the trace was like, okay, and then they like gave it to the ministry, and the ministry was like, Okay, we got to make sure
I'll
that
be honest with
nobody
you.
is sus of
This is
this.
the thing that I'm most excited about for Hogwarts Legacy. I think a lot of people are like, I want to walk around Hogwarts and stuff.
Uh-huh.
I'm hyped on that.
Yeah.
But I love the lore. I
Yeah.
just want the little nuggets.
Will you
The
like
one-liner that's like,
Mhm.
oh, that's
you
how
like
this fits
fantasy
together.
stuff also? Like I feel like I mean, the wizarding world of course is like magical
Fantastical.
and fantastical, but if you're like going even before the thing that you're most familiar with, like
I love that stuff.
yeah.
Yes, I love that stuff.
What else?
Mm,
We were talking the letters and
the egg.
the egg, but Hagrid. Which one do you want to talk about first?
Hagrid. The egg, there's not much
The
there.
egg doesn't. Well, okay,
It
so the
screams.
egg screams. People are like, "Oh, it's a banshee," and then Neville talks about the Cruciatus
Oh
curse,
my
and
god,
I'm just
dark.
like, "Oh
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
Neville, please."
Yeah. And then he molts.
And then, George makes a joke about Percy singing, which I was about to be like, "Percy's right there." Oh no, he's not.
He's
you can
not.
talk about Percy all you
working.
want.
He's a working man now. Or how many galleons a week he makes.
Oh my gosh.
Hagrid, yeah, the
Hagrid.
Scroots. Okay, first of all, that most of the kids go and like barricade them in. It's just hilarious.
Okay,
The whole concept of it is
before that,
hilarious. It's like the
though,
Pixies.
before that, Hagrid says, "Oh, I'm not sure if they hibernate."
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah. He's like, let's find out. Jam them in there. Even if they do hibernate, I don't think this is the process. Just jam them in there.
well, and also not in the context of you teaching a class, like with a bunch of people who at best are indifferent about magizoology. Like they're
Yes.
not experts. You're just like,
No.
let's just see what happens.
Yes.
Meanwhile, Harry, Ron, yes, again, like the Pixies, Harry, Ron,
Just
and
like the
Hermione
Pixies.
are just there wrangling some blasting at Scroods.
Yes.
And it's just like, what is happening,
Yep.
Hagrid? Oh my gosh. And then we have Rita.
I don't even want to talk about Rita.
I know. Every time I bring up Rita, Jeff's like, no. I'm
We
good.
did cover, I don't think we said it in the podcast, but 2 chapters ago, when Harry is learning the Accio charm.
Oh,
and
yeah.
he is practicing it under his desk during one of his lessons and summons a fly into his hand. That fly is the Rita Skeeter. She's the worst. She's the ultimate in bad faith. Her and Umbridge
Yeah, so
they're bad faith actors. They come in, say one thing in order to get a completely different goal.
Well, and it's under the facade of, this is what I always say about
Power.
Bellatrix, is that Bellatrix knows she's evil. At least I think she does. She carries herself like she's just like, I'm pure-blooded, I am that, I am exactly that. Like, you don't need, I'm not gonna hide it. Like, this is who I am.
They're different, is what you're saying?
And they are like,
no, they're like Lucius. Rita and Umbridge are like Lucius and Narcissa. They wear a mask. Bellatrix doesn't wear a mask.
No, she is just who she is.
And it's interesting in the movie that they make that choice too, that she doesn't even wear a mask. The rest of them wear masks.
I know what Bellatrix's mask looks like, but I never.
Yeah, in theory she does, but she doesn't wear it in the movies.
I guess I was like, oh,
I
hey,
guess
it's
Lucius
Bellatrix.
kind of doesn't either. It's weird. Maybe she does, but I'm picturing her not as wearing a mask.
Oh no, because I'm thinking about the prophecy scene where they walk up. Is he wearing a mask? I don't know.
No, he was not. No,
but he was at a certain point.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was
movie
in the
4. Yeah, when Voldemort wipes it over.
Oh, also, okay, I guess I forgot that Dean Thomas can draw, and he was drawing like little Harry like zooming around. Yeah, see, Dean, this is your
career. Can you draw me something so I can send it to my murderous godfather?
But Cedric's
hopefully accused.
Cedric's head was on fire in one of the.
Well, Harry didn't see it. Maybe that's what happened.
That is true.
He had to have very serious.
Oh, he did. I forgot about that.
Yeah, medical.
Maybe that was explaining what happened. Because we weren't there. Oh, no.
Yeah, and then obviously the sort of overarching thing is that Ron and Harry are buds again.
Yeah.
This is big.
It is
It's very big for
big.
Harry.
Yeah. You had a rocky moment, and then you came through the other side.
Got through it.
You still have your best friend,
Still have the bestie.
and it's good.
Yep.
Because I just love that one line from a few chapters ago where it was like, Hermione is great,
Yeah.
but
His last chapter, I think,
yeah.
being with Ron, it's just different.
Yeah.
And this is true in the world in general. That people, you have different relationships with people.
Yeah.
They're not interchangeable. So you can't just be like, oh, well, I got one friend, so I don't need the second one. They do different things. It's a different, it's an ecosystem.
Barney's
That's why we're gonna get a second puppy.
I'm your best friend. Oh, that's why we're getting a second.
Because Winnie needs a puppy friend.
Winnie chased down a cat earlier this week.
Yes, he did.
I had never seen him because we usually let him off the leash, like where the driveway is, so he can run up. But we didn't notice that there was a cat next to the garbage bins. But Winnie did, of course he did, and so he saw.
He went for
and
it.
He just ran, and he kept going. He was just like in the shrubs, and I was like,
he just
"Oh
jammed
my God,
into
Winston!"
the shrubs. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. He. In summary, Winston needs a friend to play with.
What a maniac.
He is. He's a little boy. Yeah. So
it's a good chapter. This is a good one because it's that type that I like, where it's like filler, but there's a lot going on. There's like quite a bit going on. Winky is obviously the main storyline piece, even though it's not clear. From the future, we can say Winky is the main storyline.
It's important because at the end we usually get something that's important,
right?
And it's when she's just like, "Oh, he's a bad man," and we're just
that and her kind of muttering about how Master needs me, he needs me.
Oh,
Barty Crouch needs her, and we will discover what she means by that at some point soon. What does she need? What does he need her to do? It's not just take care of him. It's much more important than that. Much more consequential than that.
I don't even know how you console Winky at this point.
Can't console Winnie.
You
how just gotta shake it off.
Yeah, I guess it maybe
literally.
And also with Winky, just time. I guess it's just gonna take time for her to. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's bad for Winky.
It is bad. Poor Winky. Well,
we're cruising along. This was chapter 21.
It was 21, and we went through the first task. Oh yeah, because Ron is like, "There's no way they can make a task harder than that," and Hermione's like, "That was the first task. We'll see. We'll see how Harry fares in the rest of his life here."
Also, Barmy old Codger.
Oh yeah, which basically just translates to crazy old man.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Until next time. One's ready.